Hey, guys, as normal, broadcast section first with Anton kicking us off, please.
Afternoon, Nuno. Good to see you.
Hello, nice to see you.
Hope you're well. Games are coming thick and fast at the moment. A lot on the plate. One thing that has changed in the last 24 hours, though, is that we now know that fifth won't be enough to get in the Champions League this season. What's your reaction to that?
It's decided.
Nothing. No disappointment. I mean, it could have been a massive
something that is not related to us. It's something that is UEFA and the decision they made. Nothing to do.
When it comes to finances, we know that the transfer window in this new world might well be extended coming up as well. Is that something you agree with might go into October?
I think it makes sense with all the situations that happened, the delay that the competition has had, and the short time that the clubs will have to prepare next season and in a proper way. I think it makes sense.
It's been a few weeks into the restart now. What have been the biggest changes, the biggest differences you've noticed since football's been back in this different format?
No fans. That's the biggest one. And that is what impacts and all the things. All the rest, the rules has changed, 5 subs, water breaks, but the more impacting issue is no doubt that is the absence of fans.
Has that had an impact on players' performances as well, do you think?
It has impact on everything. It had an impact on our life. Subsequently, how you say it? Subsequently, no? Yeah. Impacts directly on football.
Terrific results the other day, though, and you got a big game against Burnley. I want to ask about Daniel Podence, because obviously not a lot of people would have watched him before he came to Wolves, and he was absolutely magnificent at the weekend. How electrifying has he been since coming to the club?
Always, I think the moment that he joined us, and even before we knew him, the talent that he has, the quality that he has as a player, and he showed that on Sunday. So this is what it's all about: is having a squad and getting players ready for the moment they come inside of the pitch. They can help and impact the team. That's what Daniel did, and hopefully all the players that we decide to use Wednesday could have good performances.
Burnley, a very different team, though. Obviously, Sean Dyche always gets plaudits for the job he does there. How well do you know Sean, and what's it like to come up against his teams?
It's always tough. You know, Burnley, very good team. Sean knows the team. He's been in the club for a long time, and it's very, very difficult to go to Burnley and to face all the games that we had against Burnley. Were always very tough, very, very demanding. Very good team, and Wednesday is going to be a tough challenge for us.
Thanks, Nuno. I'll let someone else go.
Thank you, Anton.
Damien, do you want to go?
Yes. Hello, Nuno. Damien from PLP. How pleased was it to get back to what looked like a real Wolves performance the other day against Everton after the disappointment of Sheffield United?
It was good. It was good. I think we played good. We performed well. We were consistent, we were organized, and we be able to play for some spell very, very good football. So this is what we want for the team. We know that it's always hard to sustain, and this is what we aim for to have this sustainability during more spells inside of the game and inside of the competition.
We talked about Daniel Podence, and it's only a small squad relatively that you have. But do you welcome the fact that he's emerging and putting pressure on other players to make selection for you more difficult?
What pleases me the more that we can have all the options available. this is the more important for us. Then it's up to us to decide well, to know that every game requires a different approach. But very pleased to count on with all the players.
And just a word on the Champions League finally from me. It is a possibility. What is your reading of the battle to claim those final 1 or 2 places in the Champions League?
It's something that I don't read about. I read a lot, but not about this. This is something that is not our focus. Our focus is prepare well, compete well, game by game, and we'll see what happens.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Hi Nuno, it's Dan again from the BBC.
Hello.
Just one quick question from me. Are you excited by the prospect of the last few weeks, or are you quite looking forward to getting this very, very long season over and done with?
No. Nothing has changed besides the duration of the competition, but the approach is always the same. Highly motivated and highly focused on competing well. It's a long season and it's going to be longer for us, so we need to prepare well and stay focused game by game. So, but highly motivated, of course.
Highly motivated because you still have so much to play for. It's still tight. It's quite exciting, really.
We have so many things to do. The future is there, but let's prepare our present. So the games, as the game come, we've always been able to compete since the beginning. So let's give everything that we have, the best one of each one of us, every moment.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moose?
Hi Nuno, how you doing?
Hello.
Was Sunday kind of how good a performance was Sunday, and how close to being a perfect performance for you was it against Everton?
It was a good game. Very far from perfect. Very far.
When asked about the Champions League and finishing in the top 4, of course you could still get in the Champions League by winning the Europa League. Is that in the back of your mind as well, the fact that wherever you finish in the Premier League, you still have the Europa League adventure to continue once this season is finished?
What is in my mind is that we know that we have 3 games to go in the Premier League, then we have to draw against Olympiacos. This is what is in my mind.
Okay. I've just spoken to Mikel Arteta, and he was saying about the fact that Arsenal were playing what seems like every 3 days, and it seems the same for you as well. And you have a much smaller squad than most in the Premier League, like everyone in the Premier League. Can you just talk to us about how difficult it is as a manager when you've got games that are every 3 days, and how that's affected you in terms of being able to train the team, or they've just been going from game to game and recovering?
All the teams in Premier League have been affected by an enormous amount of matches in a relatively short period of time. Sometimes you have 3 days, sometimes you have only 2 days, like it's our case for Wednesday. But I think I didn't quite look at it, but it's almost the same for all the teams and for all the managers. So it's a big challenge to prepare a team during the recovering period of the player after a game. But it's something that we normally do, and we did it this way, and we don't complain because it's there, and it's up to you to challenge and demand yourself to go over and over again.
Well, finally from me, about the government and the Premier League are looking into how we can get fans back into stadiums, whatever the number of those fans is, 50%, 20%, whatever it is. You like every manager have said, this doesn't seem like football because it's being played without fans. You just maybe offer an idea of how much you would love to have the fans back.
I would love it so much. It's what I hope for. Is what I want more. Is to compete again in front of the fans. Not only me, but I think everybody. The players, especially the players. For them is a is basic that as soon as possible fans go back in the stadium so they can have this joy again.
Thanks, Nuno. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mike, you there?
Yeah, sorry, I think we dropped off again. Can I just quickly add, Nuno, we saw a slightly different permutation in midfield the other day with Leandro Dendoncker and Ruben Neves and João Moutinho coming off the bench. Was that just to give him a bit of a break from start, because he started such a high number of games? Obviously, you must have thought it worked pretty well.
Yeah, it's what I've been mentioning. I think we should look at things, try to get as maximum information about the players that we have, and then try to decide. Well, we decided to go with Ruben and Leander against Everton. Some changes that we made, I think, was good. But more important is having all the players available. This is the case. We have to assess a couple of issues and decide again to go against Burnley. But anything can happen as long as we have everyone available and knowing that they are ready. I think we are stronger to compete well.
And can we infer from that you have no very significant injuries that you've picked up? I know you're always carrying one or two knocks. I know that.
Yeah, after the game, we have some issues to assess, but we have to travel in a couple hours, so we'll assess them during the afternoon and tomorrow morning. So and to see how the players are, and then prepare and compete.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you.
Thank you, Ty.
Mark, do you have any questions?
Yes, just one for me, if that's okay. Hi, Nuno.
Hello.
I hope you're well.
Thank you.
I know that we've been talking about what you've got to play for, lots to play for in the league and in the Europa League as well. I'm just wondering if you say anything specifically to your players about handling the pressure of those two competitions at this stage in the season, and coupled with the fact that they could have been going through the pressures that everybody else is going through at the moment to do with the virus and all kinds of things behind closed doors. What sentiments or what things are you saying to them regarding handling the pressure?
I don't know what pressure you mean. I think we all been affected by a social pressure that is in our lives now. As you see things that's happening around you, you cannot get away from them. We know that is a very, very difficult moment for everybody, for the world, for our society. So I think we cannot take care of everything. So let's take care of each other. This is what my main message is. Let's protect each other. Let's respect each other. Let's be safe and healthy, respecting and giving attention and respect to the virus that's out there, and just protect each other. Do a good social life with your families, but respect the pact. This is my main message. Let's take care of each other.
And as regards to pressure on the pitch as well, anything that you particularly say to the players about that kind of pressure of two big competitions and lots to play for?
No, we go game by game, every game, and no matter what competition we are involved. I've been saying this so many times now. It's game by game. We had so many games already this season, and we still have a lot to go. So let's go game by game. Focus on your opponent. Take away all the expectations that is around the game, because it's not helpful. Focus on your tasks and play the game.
Thanks, Nuno. All the best.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, broadcasters. If you wouldn't mind exiting the meeting, please. Then this is for 10:30 this evening. Joe, please kick